Season 3 of Sea of Thieves brings us the tall tale-driven expansion of Pirate's Life. It is a crossover of epic proportions where you meet the legendary pirate Jack Sparrow. Jack joins you and your crew to sail into new horizons. You fight Davy Jones, ocean crawlers, and sirens, all in an effort to save the Sea of Thieves. These 5 new tall tales are anything short of amazing, and the rewards for completing them to their fullest are awesome as well. So grab your crew and let's get down to finishing these 5 new tales in Sea of Thieves, A Pirate's Life. All 5 tall tales are started at any outpost. Just run down to the beach and you are met with a new character, the Castaway. Next to her are all 5 tall tales, but in this video we will be focusing on the first one, A Pirate's Life. Vote on this and go through the massive amount of dialogue that she has. Don't worry, the storytelling is amazing. You may as well settle in, because on this tall tale you cannot proceed until she gets to the end of the story and does this cool magic trick that opens up the portal for you to go into. Now, you will receive a quest book just like every other tall tale, but it's kind of tertiary and really is just a supplement to the actual story that you have. Reading through it just kind of gives you nice pretty pictures and stuff. Doesn't really give you a whole ton of information. All that's left to do is get your boat in motion and go sail through this portal here. You'll be transported into a world that is instanced, meaning that there are no other pirates there except your crew, which allows you to run through this entire tall tale with absolutely zero pirate interference. Alright, so now after going through the portal, you are basically on rails. You get all these cool little ghosty guys, all this fun stuff here, and you cannot steer, you cannot do anything. This is basically a loading area. You will go through here and you will get to a second portal which you go through, and then you will have capability to steer once again. After going through the second portal, you're once again able to control your boat. You're basically still on rails for this quest, and all you really need to do is sail up here and park your boat and hop off. The first part of this quest is basically going to be you lighting a bunch of lanterns, doing a bunch of parkour, and really not worrying about grabbing anything specific, because there's not going to be much that is going to give you a commendation here. As a matter of fact, no commendations are received in the first part of this tale. It is not until after you get through and go into the ghost town that you'll get that, but I'll still walk you through. So first, you grab this soul flame here with your lantern over to the door and light these 2 lanterns right here. This will open the door. In this next room, there will be 3 lanterns to light. The first one is this pirate with the bird on his hat. The second one is over here, you light that. And the third one is back here in this area on a boat. You do that, you get all these cool ghostly entities, and then you walk through. Again, this is just a lot of walking and lighting lanterns as you go. As you go through here, you just do a couple jumps, run around, and you'll get up to a door right up here and realize that you need a lever. You'll head right back down this ramp that you came up, and off to the side will be some of these guys here. You jump around, there's a waterfall. Back here is an oar handle that you're going to grab and bring up to the door to use the lever to open it up. Once that's open, you're going to go across this other parkour course. There's going to be a lot of this. And you will be greeted with a lantern right here, and you'll light this first lantern. Another ghostly crew comes up, and to get them to go through, you need to get this capstan, turn it around. We've done this before in the maiden voyage. Run over here, use this pulley to give you a spot to jump across, and you come down to this area here on the docks, over to an area that you see there is a bridge that cannot come down. So there's a lantern to light right here, and now you will just be forced to wait for the ghost crew animation to come up. Once they basically threaten each other and one guy goes to shoot the other in the face, you don't see it, but it's going to happen, the bridge will come down and you're able to proceed to another parkour course. Come up here, run this area here, there's nothing to light. All you have to do is go through here. So you get this cool little animation here with the gold. Again, just going through. come up behind this area here, and you're going to come to another spot. Now, trust me, you do not have to push shift to run there, but it's helpful. Once you make it through, you now have a conundrum. How do you get across? Go up here, and if you don't have a sword, use the armory that you pass, grab a sword, chop that piece of rope, and you go through here. Use this pulley, drag this guy over, jump on it, and it automatically goes across after waiting a second. Again, you have another rope to chop, jump across, and you're gonna slide down this slide. And we are finally to a part where we will have to actually pay attention and slow down a little bit to make sure that we get all the commendations. The first thing you're gonna do is light this. I'm gonna let you guys know that some of this has to be done in order or you will miss it. I will cover all of the journals at the end, but you can grab them throughout as you see them. The very first thing you're gonna do is run down this hill, and you are going to have to do this again in order or you will miss them. If you get to the part where you get to the lighthouse and use the head there, you will have missed at least 3 commendations. And what head am I talking about, you may be thinking? Well, there is somebody talking to you from a cage, so let's get that guy down first, and there'll be one other thing that we grab on the way to him just to help us along. So basically, you're gonna run across these masts here, come up to this wreckage, and swim across. Here you'll be met with a pulley. Use it to go up. It's not really hard, guys. You just gotta push down, I believe. Then you're gonna come across to another pulley. Use this to pull up this platform here. You're just gonna jump across. Now, this is pretty important. You actually have to set these in a way that I'm going to show you right here that allows you to get to a hidden area where we're gonna pick up a bottle, and we're gonna bring that with us. So you just jump here, come through, and then there's a door to open up. I would suggest dropping that down there, and then you can use your sword or lantern to chop that down. And he's gonna scream about being knocked off there. Anyways, we're gonna come back around, and he's gonna tell you you need a key from the tavern. So you're gonna head over to the tavern, which is literally off to the right, behind the boat that you were just climbing on. His crew stole it from him, basically, after they locked him up. So you're gonna use this pulley, bring this down here, grab the key, and take it over to unlock the cage, which will make him talk immensely more. You can pick him up and he talks in your hand. It's pretty freaking cool. But we're gonna try and do some other stuff beforehand, so just put him down right here, and this is that bottle we need. Grab that bottle, come back over here, and watch these guys play after you light the lantern. What's gonna happen is this guy on the right is gonna run out of drink, and you need to refill him. So refill it. It'll go through this whole thing. By the way, this guy cannot handle his beer, and he loses his head over it, literally. Anyways, run back over here, grab the captain's head. He's going to tell you once you get over here, though, that you need something to bet with to get into this game of chess. So we're gonna go dig up Dougie's treasure and have him help us out by giving us a trinket. All right, quickly head back out and go to the back of the big ship in the middle. You'll find a door here. There is a journal. We're gonna get that later, but you'll want to figure out how to use this map. So what you'll want to do is go up the stairs, come up here, and light all 3 of these lanterns. You'll go back in and notice that there's a pulley here that you need to open to get the light to come in. Once the light comes in, you can now see that there is an X on this map where there was none before, and that is right in front of the tavern that you got the key at. Run back around over to in front of the tavern, and at the very front of the walkway into the tavern where this wood is in this little clearing, you will find poor Dougie's chest. You're going to want to dig this up and place it somewhere safe because you're just going to use it a little bit later. I've just put it in my little staging area here. Then you'll want to come back into the tavern, and up here is another treasure map. Light this bad boy and you will see another map with an X, and that will be at the very end of the path back behind the boat with the red flags here. So you're just gonna make your way around, back over to here. I went the wrong way for a second. Either way, we're gonna run over here, and when we get here, we discover, oh my gosh, somebody dug this up, but there's a trail of freaking gold to follow. So we're just gonna run up here, follow all of this gold around, and you will see who dug up the treasure chest that was there. And just over here, underneath the docks, is another spot that is partially dug up. You're going to want to dig this up, and oh my gosh, we discovered poor Dougie. Light his lamp, and he will tell you an ungodly huge story about how he's all poor and he wants his chest and people keep stealing it. But you're gonna go give it to him and bring it back because he has the key around his neck that you need. So now we run back over, pick up Dougie's chest that we staged, and we're gonna bring it back to him underneath the docks. Dougie will then give you an entire spiel about his life again, but he will hand you the key and you can unlock this and proceed on with the trinket that is inside. Alright, once this opens up, pick up the trinket. You don't have to split it with Dougie even though he said to. Run back, and now we have our trinket or betting piece for our chest match. So you come back to the back of this again, place this down, take the captain's head and put it on the body. This is why you can't proceed past the lighthouse portion, because you will now see that as we go into the lighthouse, you will need his head to place somewhere else, and then somewhere else again. Let him go through this entire spiel. You get this cool key though. Now we're gonna take the key and proceed to go the route that we went in the first place to get the captain's head down, because there was a locked door past the first pulley. I guess there's another way to come through here, but I went right back the way I came just to ensure no one gets lost. Use the pulley once again, and once we were up here, this is the very first place that you can actually touch gold. It's amazing. Pick up all of this gold. It is a well-deserved treasure just for you for getting this. You'll get all of your commendations for this part. And then before you leave, we're gonna do one more thing in this little area. You're gonna turn back around. Outside is another pulley. We're gonna turn these sails to the side. We'll show you why in a minute. Basically, there is a lantern right there that we're going to light later on that you will see right here, and we are doing that with the lighthouse. So go back, grab the captain's head, and now you will head to the lighthouse, where he will yell across the way to his old crew to raise the bridge. Once you're in here, you're basically on another track to go up and around the lighthouse. You want to make sure not to fall down anywhere. And when you do finally get to the top, you'll find another set of skeletons. He'll tell you that you need to place his head on this other one here, and he can help you out going forward with your quests. Once you place his head, he'll basically tell you to climb up the ladder and light the lantern to bring in the Ferry of the Damned. We're also going to be up here and light the lantern to open up the secret area that we will use for another commendation. Right here, I do that first. So if you remember that ship that we opened up, that is the lantern that I was talking about lighting later on. You bring this all the way around using the left bumper and then down using the right one. It lights, and as you see, the lantern lights go all the way across and raise a bridge. We'll go there later. Next, since you're already here, just go ahead and light the 3 lanterns for the Ferry of the Damned to bring that in. There's one there, one straight across, and one at the top of this mountain. Once you do that, you'll just climb back down the ladder. He'll babble on about the Ferry of the Damned coming in, and we get to see it, which is pretty freaking cool. You are in the underworld now, so, I mean, come on, guys. Take in the scenery. After some time, the cursed captain will complain that he knows the way back to his ship and he just needs you to transport him down. He knows where the key is, picks it out of this book, puts it into his mouth, and you carry him down the stairs right after he slaps his buddy in the face. Anyways, pick his head up, and by the way, this mechanic where the skull is talking with the key in its mouth is amazing. To me, this just goes to show that the creators love this game and they took the attention to detail into heart when they started doing this. Anyways, you come up here, you place the captain's head onto the body after he's done talking. He promptly rips a sword out of himself, opens the secret hatch, and you need to take him to his actual body upstairs. Grab him back off the skeleton, go up the stairs. Again, not very hard, you just have to parkour a little bit, and his crew will apologize to him for imprisoning him and killing him. Anyways, you place his head right here. He goes through his spiel once more, hands you the key. that you will be able to go back into his vault, which is cursed, by the way, so don't grab any of that gold, and you're gonna go ahead and hop on the rowboat. But before you get on this rowboat in the back, we're gonna wanna do a couple things to get the rest of the commendations that we need to 100% this thing. And the obligatory dance break, where I tell you to please like, comment, and follow and subscribe to all of our social medias. It is super helpful to us, and we love you for it. Next, we're gonna head back and get all the journals. So we're gonna go to that main ship where the chess players were, hop in the back, and you will find one of the 5 cursed journals. Read through that, return back around, you're gonna head into the tavern, jump up to the 2nd level where the map was, but you're gonna turn around. And over across the way is another journal, making number 2. Now this was number 5 for me because I already grabbed a couple of these. Now you're gonna head back to the very front of the broken ship that's in the middle where we found the map to get to poor Dougie's treasure. That will be your 3rd journal, and it is right next to the nightstand, next to that map guy. After that, we're gonna go get our 4th, which is at the top of the lighthouse. Now all we have to do is head back to where the cursed captain is, and in his quarters, off to the right of him as you're facing him, is the final journal for the Tales of the Damned commendation. The monkey journals and the hidden grotto, so now we're off to do that. Head back down outside. This time we're going to run through the broken boat in the middle, turn left right here on this path, and you will be led into the bridge area that leads to the hidden grotto. Once you're there, you find another wrecked ship. At each of the masts is a monkey journal. There's 5 journals. They're all right here. This is a 2nd one and a 3rd. Once you have that, there is a key on this skeleton. Grab that, run to the back of the boat, and open the captain quarters here. Here you will find 2 more journals, thus completing the final 2 commendations before that you can move on to complete the actual tall tale. You're gonna run back across all the way back to the cursed captain's quarters, and you're going to jump in that rowboat and take off from there. Now you're going to row over to the Ferry of the Damned. It takes quite a bit of time, but you get this awesome animation before you get there of the ferry master carrying some ghosts across the ocean right here. And after that, you just need to come up and dock your boat on the back of the ship. Now you're gonna get a bunch of dialogue, but what you're basically gonna want to do is bring your lantern down here and light this light. Once that's done, it's going to explode and you will promptly head downstairs. You're gonna notice that there's cannonballs and fruit for some reason. Those come in handy later. Anyways, light this next torch, come in here, light this torch, close this lid, light this torch, and come around. Now you will be met with Jack Sparrow. No spoilers for you guys, you can do it on your own. Alright, on your way out, the ferryman catches you and Jack trying to escape, and all craziness ensues as the Flying Dutchman attack. As I felt this was the coolest part of the tall tale, I'm not gonna ruin it, and you guys get to fight off the Flying Dutchman with the cannonballs and fruit below. It is again on rails, but guys, enjoy this fight because it is spectacular. Now that the tall tale is complete, you'll be transported back to your ship to go back out the same portal that you came through. Again, you're met with all these ghostly fun things here, a lot of attention to detail. Enjoy the ride, you can't steer anything, and you don't have to shoot these ships on the side of you. They're not out to hurt you. Once you're back outside the portal, you can now check your journal to ensure that you got 100% of everything. And now you have these fancy new cosmetics, so let's head back to the closest outpost and equip them. While you're doing that, I just want to apologize for how long the video is, but this is a long tall tale, as are all of the tall tales for this season, and they brought you a ton of content. But you do get to check out this brand new hat and this fancy new sails that you got for completing 100% A Pirate's Life, The Tall Tale. And once again, congratulations, you have now completed the first tall tale of the new season, A Pirate's Life. You have 100%ed it, and you are now able to equip the cursed captain's hat, and the cursed sails. Thank you guys so much for being here today, and thank you for going ahead and subbing, giving us a like, and comment. And we'll see you next time on House of Jacobs Gaming.